I am a full-time working mom of 2 children, and I'm trying to get healthier, invest for my future, and start an online business. But do I actually have time for it? So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how I tracked my entire week for each and every hour to actually see how many hours would I have to put into discovering this business, or the time that I will have to say these are my non-negotiable hours that I'll be working on that particular project. So I spent the whole week trying to allocate each and every hour, from cooking, going to work, sleeping, screen time, activities with the kids, time spent with the family, everything. I tracked everything to make sure I really understand how many hours am I left with in 24 hours for me to say I'll be allocating another project onto my life. So probably this will actually help you too if you are thinking of pursuing something, whether it's a business or you want to start a new hobby, but you feel like you don't really have the time for it. So probably this might be the video for you. So I will share my tracker on either my left or right for you guys to see how I actually tracked the entire week. And if you want a similar spreadsheet, I will link it on the comments below for you to download it. It's completely free. You can have it, you can use it to track your own time and see if you actually have the time to pursue other things in your life. So for the whole week, I categorized my tracker in self-care, household, kids and relationships, work, personal time, and other things that just kind of fall into the day for me to actually see how much time I'm actually kind of spending in each particular hour or in each category for that particular day. So when it comes to self-care, I had sleep, morning routine, and exercise. So there are days where I actually realized that I was actually not even getting 7 hours of sleep, though that was one of the things at the beginning of the year. I told myself I need to have at least 7 to 7.5 or even 8 hours of sleep every night. But after doing this audit of my time, I realized that I was actually not even getting 7 hours in most days. But I actually started being more conscious now and realized that my time was kind of going away into trivial stuff, especially after work, or maybe I would say after dinner, when you realize that you probably sit and your time is being spent either on bed trying to scroll on your phone and you're not doing anything productive. And I realized that when it comes to my sleep, I'm actually sleeping for something like 6 hours or 6.5 hours. So on my sleep for each and every day from Monday to Sunday, I would say Monday to Wednesday, I was sleeping for around 6.5 hours. But then because I was tracking it, I became conscious and I said, I'm not doing this. I would say from Wednesday or Thursday, actually from Thursday, I started sleeping early to make sure that I get my 7 hours a day. So when it comes to self-care and movement or exercise, I would say on that part, I'm not struggling a lot when it comes to waking up to go and move my body and actually take care of myself. So I realized that in a day, it's roughly around 1 hour 30 minutes, because at the moment I'm trying to journal in the morning and then I go out and do my exercise. It's either I'm running or I'm just taking a walk for just an hour. If I'm taking a walk for an hour, that would be 5Ks. But if I'm running, it's around 35 minutes to 40 minutes for me to run a 5K. So I would say in a day, for my self-care and morning routine and exercise, it came to around 1 hour 30 minutes each day for Monday to Friday, because I tend to have rest on Saturday and also Sunday. So I could see that on that part I was okay and I was sticking to my plan. And then when it comes to household things, I had meal prepping, grocery shopping, cleaning and tidying, and also laundry. So this is where I spend lots of my time on a normal day when it comes to cooking, because I love kind of cooking all my meals from scratch almost every day. I'm spending around 1 hour 30 minutes after work to cook in most times. Sometimes if the meal is quicker, I'm doing just an hour, but on average I'd put that on 1 hour 30 minutes. And then when it comes to grocery shopping, I only do that once a week. So when we go out, there are certain things that we do with the kids for that day. So all together, group together, comes to 2 hours, which is where also I'm spending much of my time. Now I'm thinking, instead of going out to do shopping, should I do online shopping to get my time back? So the audit itself, it's helping me evaluate how I'm actually spending much of my time on things. Can I cut them, or are there other alternatives that I might have to do to make sure that I don't spend so much time doing that particular item in a week, so that I have more time back for me to pursue my dreams or the business that I want to start. So I actually realized that on a Saturday I have 2 hours that it's actually just going on grocery shopping only. Me going out probably with the kids, maybe grab tea or coffee, of which that part is a special time between me and the kids in most days. And then I will have to do my shopping and then come back. It's 2 hours gone on a Saturday. So I'm thinking maybe I need to start doing online shopping so that I have my 2 hours back on a Saturday. So I'm only gonna focus on the areas where I was spending lots of time. And then laundry and also tidying up, also this happens mainly from Thursday to Saturday. We tend to start our laundry on a Thursday, so the kids, I'm teaching them to do their own laundry. I put mine and my husband's, and then I also take care of the stuff that they would have left behind to make sure that everything is washed, and also ironing. So I would say in a week it's taking me around 4 hours for me to just do laundry. Can I delegate that part? I don't think I can, because if I'm delegating laundry, it means that I need to pay someone, and to take it to a laundromat or get someone to, I can't really get anyone to come in to do my laundry anyway. It means I have to go and pay money, which is super expensive, and I don't have the funds to do that. So that part I can't really get rid of at the moment. But maybe over time, when I do start to make a bit of cash, because even with my side hustle of baking, to be fair, I wouldn't say it's on a stage of which I can delegate bigger tasks, because it's not making much of a return unless I do I focus a lot on it, advertise more, and make sure I'm making more sales. But for me to make more sales, it means I have to bake more goods, which at the moment is that the demand is there, but because I'm also working full time, I can't seem to put in more hours also on that particular side also. But yeah, laundry at the moment, it's taking me 4 hours. It's laundry plus ironing, so it's not just me putting laundry in the washing machine, taking it out to dry, and then it also includes ironing for the family, of which we're a family of 4. Though I've also cut down on the things that I can iron and the things that I can, but I've realized that it's around, I would say 3.5 to 4 hours in a week. That's the time spent. And then one thing that's also kind of taking much of my time in a week, I have kids pick up. My husband drops the kids and then I pick them up. So in a week, it's like 5 hours. That's also a lot. Can I delegate that task? No, I can't delegate it to anyone. So it's part of what me and my husband have to do in a week. And another thing that seemed to have been taking much of my time, I would say on this one, it's not even negotiable, to be honest, because that's family time. In a week, I would say we are spending around 1 hour each, and then bedtime around 30 minutes, getting the kids ready, brush your teeth, reading and all that, 30 minutes just kind of goes like that. So in a week, I would say if I add the two between bedtime routine and quality time with the kids, I would say it's around 10.5. That's not time that I'm not gonna delegate. It's time for me and my kids, and it will stay like that. Same thing with spending time with my partner. It's more or less around an hour a day, of which is not really every day, to be honest, but I would say it's roughly around 5 to 8 hours, though I've allocated 8 hours there because weekend we tend to spend more time together than during the week when we are both at work. So also that's time that I cannot delegate. It's part of maintaining the relationship and the marriage to work, so that stays as it is. So that's roughly it on the kids and also relationship. And then I have work, of which work, another big chunk of where my time is going. I'm spending roughly around 8 hours a day, which is 7 hours of work plus lunchtime. So that's 8 hours that is allocated just for work things each and every day, Monday to Friday. So in a week, I would say it's 40 hours a week allocated to work, of which I can buy back an hour to do something during lunchtime. That's personal. It means I'll have to carry my laptop and then sit there and do something if whatever that I need to do requires me to have a laptop for that particular day. So I might have 5 hours that I might strip out, but that's part of my lunch. But yeah, I'm not there yet in terms of negotiating that time. And then I have personal time, which I say most of that time, to be honest, it's going on social media. And in a week, that's like 10.5, of which I do feel like it's a lot, and I didn't realize that 2 hours can just go, or 1 hour 30 minutes. At the moment, I'd put down at 1 hour 30 minutes. I would say that's my average Monday to Sunday, where you will find yourself, or I'll find myself maybe going to the bedroom and thinking that I'm unwinding, and then I'll use that time to scroll on my phone. But looking at it, I have 10 hours and a half that is going to social media. So it's still a lot. So that's the time also that I can use to work on my own things and move away slowly from trying to scroll all the time. So that's 1 hour 30 minutes each and every day that I can put in either doing research or working on the business or whatever that I need to do that needs to get this going, or even putting this time on my content, because sometimes I feel like I'm behind in terms of prepping for some of the videos, and then I'll be like, oh, it's Wednesday, but what have I been doing Monday and Tuesday? I didn't put in the time to make sure that I'm producing proper content and I'm prepared. So that's 10.5 hours going into social media. And then I have appointments and other stuff, of which mostly, if I'm doing those things, it will be either me prepping for my YouTube or editing my videos, of which it's not a lot in a week. At the moment, I would say it's currently taking 5 hours a week when it comes to my content, of which at the moment I wouldn't say it's quite a lot, because there are days where I feel like I didn't put in the time when it comes to me doing my content properly. So that's another thing that I need to work on. So in a day, I would say I'm actually left with I'm having, after all things are added together, the daily total of hours spent on all the categories that I've mentioned, it's roughly around 22 hours and a half, 22.7. So I actually have around maybe 1 hour 30 minutes a day without stripping some of the stuff out, for me to see how many hours am I going to dedicate to me starting something for myself. So I've realized that I actually have just about 1 hour 30 minutes in a day for me to do something. So It's either I use that time in the morning or I use that time in the evening. So if I'm having something around maybe 1 hour, it means, let's say I would have 5 to 7 hours a week for me to dedicate into doing research, starting something, and also maintaining that particular business that I'm saying I want to start, of which at the moment I'll be sharing with you guys on the next video what I'm thinking of, and it will be based on my current skills and see if it's really valuable for me to start those business with the skills that I currently have. But looking at this, there's one area that I feel like I can buy my time. I mean, I can have my time back. At the moment I can't buy it because I don't really have the funds to hire anyone to do extra stuff for me, like cleaning and also cooking and also laundry. That will require a lot. It means that when I start making more money, that's when I can have those things probably taken out of my plate and I focus more on me trying to generate more revenue. Another place where I know I have to strip my time back would be on social media and phone. 1 hour 30 minutes for what I want to pursue, it's still a lot. So it means I can get that 1 hour back for me to do something. So in a day, I'm already probably getting 1 hour back into my time, which would give me roughly around 2 hours a day for me to work on something that's productive, that can actually bring in results. So Monday to Friday, I've realized that I can actually have 2 hours for me to work on this thing. Only 2 hours. So in a week, I'll be having around 14 hours for me to say I'm working on the business and I'm doing something meaningful. Obviously, it will kind of fluctuate depending on what is going on during the week, but I actually have potential, or I actually have lots of time in my hands for me to work on this thing, because that's full 14 hours in a week, of which at the beginning I was thinking, oh my god, do I really have the time to do this? But then this idea came to say, why not audit your time and see where you are spending lots of your time on, and see if you can't have that time back, and see if also you can delegate some of the stuff that doesn't need lots of cash. But at the moment, one thing that I can delegate, that I've said, it would be grocery shopping, and also get my time back from the time that I'm spending on scrolling on social media. So that means that I will have 2 hours a day, of which at the moment I'm thinking I can have 1 hour in the morning before my work, and probably have 1 hour in the evening, because you don't know what might be happening during the day. Obviously, I'm working longer hours. I might come back, I'm entertaining kids, family time, bedtime, and then you feel tired. Because sometimes when you do feel tired, default would be to take your phone. So I don't want to do that, but I'm saying at least if I do 1 hour in the morning and work on my business or whatever that I would have started, 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening, it would work better. And then probably on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I work on my content, because I still need to shoot videos and also edit them and post also at the same time. So that would mean that I would have roughly around 5 to 6 hours that I can work on producing content and also upload them each and every week, because my goal is to try and upload 1 video a week, because I've realized that that's what I can do at the moment. I don't have like ample of time where I'll be posting into different platforms or posting 2 or 3 times a week. I tried that, it was a lot, and it was taking a lot of my time in the evening when it comes to family. So that's why I've allocated 1 hour, but that's also time that I also need to work on this YouTube channel to also grow. So I've realized that I can actually allocate Friday, Saturday, Sunday to be YouTube things, where I prep my content, shoot videos, and also edit as I go. And then Monday to Thursday would be my time, which will be 8 hours that I'll be using to work on what I want to start. Whichever idea I stick with, it means that I will have 8 hours in a week to work on that particular project. So that's all on this week's video. If you need the spreadsheet, I will link it on the comments below. You can use it to track your own time and audit a full week of your life and see if you want to start your hobby, if you have enough time to do the things that you say you want to do. So that's all for this week's video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.